Okay, so this part nine of Ask Me Why I Was Fired. I be wanting people to ask me why I was fired, because I was fired because I wasn't taking no. So, after, recap, I brought up on charges, illegally suspended for false departmental charges, witness tampering, people who gave statements against me even though it wasn't true. And while I was out, the assistant criminal division manager was brought up on departmental charges. Well, no, she was investigated because complaint was filed against her for violating the discriminatory policy, and basically said when it was me, when Larisha was supposedly cursing, immediate action was taken, but when it was nothing was done. They wrote a statement, was like, yeah, she was, which is basically what I said. We are subject to this and we're not. We are held, even though I didn't do it. Now, I didn't do what I was accused of doing. And I was brought up on charges and investigated and all that stuff. And the person who would not witness tampering, would not testify against me, was brought up on charges. Now, the assistant criminal division manager, now, she was there since 1978. How many cases she worked on in Middlesex County? She was there when Asana Shakur was there. We're going to get into that one a little later. But she was there because the assistant criminal division manager at the time wrote the pre-sentence report for Asana Shakur. This is what I'm talking about. Like, what? It's not new that how they are corrupt and how they treat people. It's just they've been getting away with it. And I understand that by people being silent about what's going on, it's allowing them to continue to treat people this way. My cases are in court right now. They got a confidentiality against me. You you can't talk about boo-boo. Y'all doing crimes. You can't tell me I gotta keep crimes confidential. I am reporting crime. I've called the FBI. I've called the Department of Justice. I wrote them. These are fraud, witness tampering. You want me to be quiet about this? I filed my lawsuit. Y'all basically saying you trying to shut me up. So we're gonna do what we're gonna do. You handle your business, and I'm gonna handle mine. And what did the New Jersey Judiciary allow her to do? She was employed since 19. I'm trying to. So whatever. But what did they let her do after her being there since 1978? They let her resign. They let her resign because she had enough time to resign. She was just recently promoted to the assistant criminal division manager. When I got there, she was a supervisor, and she was promoted to the assistant criminal division manager. And they allowed her to resign from her position instead of being brought up on charges. When I was saying she was brought up on charges, she wasn't. She was investigated for violating the policy. But they didn't want to get her on the record for violating the policy because she was, in addition to that, my complaint against her was found to have no merit. How could it have no merit when you literally got a complaint? Because that complaint went bye-bye. That's how they was able to do that. Now, I'm seeing this is 2015. I'm seeing and they say, oh, you can't say corrupt. You know, you got to be careful. Slander, liable with corruption. Boo, that's what it is. How you allow her to resign, but you say my complaint against her has no merit. We are in court right now. Guess what information I'm asking for from court? I need a copy of that report. Guess what they not giving me? A copy of that report. Because that proves my case. What I'm saying, again, if you aim at the king, you better not miss. I am a black woman from Newark, New Jersey. My father died in prison with AIDS when I was 16 years old. You think I'm and I filed my lawsuit against the New Jersey Judiciary with no attorney. You think I'm going to do all that and risk my everything and not have proof that they're treating me and people this way? But you are refusing to release that evidence. In my case right now, they're refusing to release the evidence. You think we're just going to go away? No, this is how they treat people. Now, if they doing this to a person who worked there, I worked there for 9 years. 9, almost a decade. What you think they doing to people who charged with a crime? How you think those people are treated? Who can barely read and write, who have mental health issues, who have substance abuse issues. How do you think those people are? This is why I have the real issue. Because I don't want to say I'm the hero in my case. I filed a lawsuit against an entire bunch of government with no attorney. I don't want to sit here and say that I'm the bomb.com, but in my story, I'm the hero. But what about the people who can't do what I did? You just think you're going to do this to my people that look like me and I'm going to just be cool? Nah. It was more important to me to tell my story and get out how we're being treated than me to just sit here. I guess I'm supposed to be like, I filed against them. Yeah, I got 2 lawsuits. So what you doing today? hoop stars and listen to the, twerk the, I'm supposed to be, and you do what to my people? Do you understand how many people who are in prison for crimes they did not commit in racist New Jersey? Do you understand the importance of me getting out what happened in my case? And how they're going above and beyond to silence me? And that is the reason why I've had this page. It'll be a year in October. In October, it was a year. I wrote a book about this stuff. I do documentaries. I do podcast interviews. There's no way I'm letting them get away with this. And this is not even, I didn't even tell you what they really did. This is just the me seeing the bringing people up on charge witnessing. That's not even half of what they did. That's just a quarter. Baby, it gets worse than that. So after me seeing to let her resign, I knew what it was. June 21st, 2019, I was supposed to resign. I had my 2-week notice hung up in my cubicle. My coworkers was like, Lavisha, you crazy? No, I'm not crazy. Y'all not going to play me. I'm going to write a book and I'm going to put everything, because I saw the corruption, the witness tampering, false charges, and I'm going to be a motivational speaker. I like to talk. Cool. Baby, I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be in a situation I'm in now. So after that happened, I kept my head down. I was quitting. You could do whatever you do to me. I was just going to write it in my book and move out. I was done with them. As far as I'm concerned, if I don't, how you're in a relationship, but you're not really broke up and you want to, I'm not that type of person. Once I understand where it is with you, that's where it is. They were letting me know that they would do anything. They would go above and beyond with their corruption to do whatever they needed to do. And I wasn't going to stop them. What could I do? They was opening my mail. They was continuing to harass me. They was doing all kinds of stuff. I didn't care. I was done what I was done. But the fact that this assistant criminal division manager who worked there since 1978 was caught red-handed violating the New Jersey judiciary's discriminatory policy and not treating employees equal, and she was allowed to resign instead of being brought up on charges. That's my case is air. When I say my case is airtight, my case is airtight. The fact that I was brought up on them BS charges, the fact that you was witness tampering, the fact that my witness wrote a complaint against them for bringing her up on the BS charges and they didn't do anything about it. They wasn't punished or nothing. So they had the authority to do these illegal activities, to witness tamper, and the people who were in a position of power, the head of the administration of the courts was okay with it. So what, and again, remember how they say that we got to follow laws and rules? No, they want us to follow laws and rules. They don't follow none. These are court employees. This is the same county. I don't know if y'all remember about the guy who was on the bridge and he was in Rutgers University and the guy saw him filming and they charged the roommate because the guy jumped over with the privacy. He was kissing him, something like that. That case was in this county. It was the case with the girl, with the guy. It was a bunch of cases, high-profile cases. Asana Shakur case in Middlesex County. But this is how you doing, people? And she was there when Asana Shakur was I think she escaped in 79. Again, I forgot what I was saying, but if this is the type of stuff that I've seen them cover up or that I was just aware of, imagine the stuff that I wasn't. And this one, I was only there 12, 13, 14, 15. So this one, I was only there for 4 years. Got 5 more years to go. But this is just happened for... To say I was shocked... Now, I knew that you know how the courts treat black people. Slavery was legal. Segregation was legal. Women, not black people, it was legal. All the treatment that we faced in this country was legal. So I was not surprised or shocked. I was... Yeah. Because again, you have a certain awareness. I was raised knowing who I was and powerful people. You know, my mother in a Black Panther in her own right. But, baby, that ain't even it. Let's get to 10.